This is my final day at Amazon.
You know how I can get a resignation form?
I quit. I was going to film this video a second ago, but some guy interrupted me. I'm currently in the toilets at work. I'm going to resign. I'm done with this place, man. I'm just thinking like there's no way I'm going to be able to put enough time into my business to scale it whilst I'm doing this work thing. It's not going to work. And I know as soon as I tell somebody this, they're going to give me, like I just told the guy who I was walking down the stairs with that I'm going to quit, and he starts trying to advise me, telling me, go day shift, do this and that, like giving me suggestions from my mind. I'm like, no, F all of that. I'm not even going to swear, F all of that. I'm quitting. I'm done today. I'm about to hand in my resignation form. I'm not exactly ready to quit yet, but I'm not ready to quit yet. I don't think I'll ever be. But I'm done with this place, man. I'm going to get a resignation form.
Oh, I can't even.
The reason why I'm saying that is because HR have like opening times now. Like they haven't always had opening times, but now it's like if you go there and it's not during their opening times, even if they're there, they will ignore you. And that's what I was avoiding in that situation, because they were there, but they would have ignored me.
I know your HR. Do you know how I can get a resignation form?
There is no resignation form. You can just send us the email, or even you can put the resignation here.
Even spell quitting right, that's absurd.
Right. That's my last day done. And you know what? I feel zero emotion towards it whatsoever. Like I'm not bothered at all. No sentiment towards it. It kind of feels overdue. What am I doing inside this warehouse, bro? Like an NPC. Right, what am I even doing roaming around in this FC like an NPC, bro? Like a little robot. Like Amazon's trying to replace all the humans that work in FCs with robots. Like they've already done that, bro. Like by simply signing up to work in this warehouse, you transform into a bot. You know what I'm saying? Like you transform into a bot just by signing up for this place. And obviously I'm talking shit. I'm done with this place. It feels right. You know when you make a decision and then you have that instinct that you've done the right thing, and it's like I'm about to go home and burn the boats. My employee badge is getting binned. I was contemplating whilst I was going in the car. I was like, maybe I can use it for a bookmark or something. Like, no, fuck that bullshit. It's getting binned, bro. I would throw it out the window into the abyss, but I feel like that's bad for the environment. So it's simply going to get put in the recycling bin, and that shit's getting recycled. Like, I'm not keeping that. I'm not keeping any evidence from my old life. Like, all the bridges are getting burnt from now on. What you notice when you've got big goals and you've got big ideas, especially when you have some sort of a plan towards it, like there's saying I want to be a millionaire, and then there's saying, okay, I've got this business model that I'm doing, and I'm currently doing X, Y, and Z, and I'm in phase one, and I'm doing this. When you start talking like that, what you'll notice is all these NPCs and all these bots, they're filled with solicited advice. Like yesterday, I had one of my old guys at work. He's trying to tell me how I can sign clients and how I need to watch out and like be careful. And he's like giving me in-depth advice as if he's run an agency for 5 years. And I'm like, bro, you are an NPC. And every word what comes out of your mouth, I'm just losing respect for you. But obviously, like, I'm not gonna tell him that, you know what I mean? And then it's just like it's rich that people do that. Like I'm coming in with these frameworks and I'm on my learning curve and I'm doing my thing. And then you got people giving you unsolicited advice. One thing I noticed what confirms that there's literally nothing but NPCs in that building is every time you look at someone, you give them eye contact, they're just nervous. It's like they know I shouldn't even be there, because they look, yeah, say you are me and I am them, and I look at and then they look at me, they're like, even the managers, they're like looking at me like blinky-eyed, like what the hell is that about? You know what I'm saying? So even the managers are NPCs in that building. The plastic bag that they assign you to put all your stuff in there, that shit's getting binned as well. Like all that shit's going in the trash. Like my heart had this doubt. It's like, how are you going to make how are you going to make my SMMA work when I'm spending 10 hours a day in a warehouse like a robot, like a literal NPC? If NPC had pictures for definitions, it would be a picture of me inside of that building. I used to wake up at 4 p.m. and just get ready and go to work for 7. But ever since I swapped to part-time, so I was going from, instead of 7 till 5:30 in the morning, I'm going from 9 till 5:30 in the morning. And ever since I did that transition, I started waking up at like 1 p.m. having a shower, getting some light, and waking myself up, and then doing cold calls from 2 till 5. And I'm doing like 50 cold calls a day. And then I'm hearing people like telling me I need to be doing 250 cold calls a day. Like I need to make this a nightmare mode. I need to actually craft a good offer, and you need to like take this seriously. And then so I'm like, wait, there's no way. There's only so early I can get up. Like I finish work at 5:30 in the morning. So by the time I get back home, it's 6. By the time I'm getting ready, it's 6:30. So unless I'm sleeping for like 2 hours, like a, you know what I mean? Like a dipstick or something, for lack of a better word. Unless I have 2 hours sleep like a dipstick, which I know I'm not going to be able to maintain. There's no way I'm going to pull this agency business off whilst I'm slaving away in a factory. And you know what I mean? Like doing 50 cold calls a day is just not going to cut it. Because say I do book meetings and I get meetings doing that, like then what? You know what I mean? Like it's just going to take too long. I'm half foot in, I'm half foot out. I'm half pregnant. Like, how am I pregnant and I'm a man? If I stay at this workplace any longer, bro, I'm gonna give birth. If I stay at this workplace any longer, like a half pregnant NPC, I'm gonna literally give birth. Like, what the hell is going on? Like, how am I in labor, bro? Because I'm half pregnant, doing things I know I'm not supposed to be doing. Just delaying my goals. I'm delaying what's meant to be mine. I'm delaying my success. I'm delaying my progress. I'm delaying transurfing into that ideal future self because I'm half pregnant. And like I said in like my previous videos, not to be a paradox, if you need the first initial steps and you need to build the habit of persistence, it's probably a good idea for you to have a job. But me right now, bro, I'm 3 years in the game right now, and I'm just like, nah, bro. Like I'm not doing this anymore. This is dumb. No more NPC shit, man. No more half in, half out, half pregnant, about to give birth. Like I'm just going down the stages of being pregnant because I'm not committing to my goals like a little weasel. There's so much money online, bro. It's freaking ridiculous, bro. Like I just learned about a concept, MOA, which is like mergers and acquisitions, which essentially say, for example, there's like there's a merger and acquisition sales agent, and say they help a business sell and get acquired for 50 million at a 5% commission. They get 2.5 million for assisting that transaction. So there's people making £2.5 million off one transaction, and you expect me to work in a warehouse like a literal robot, like an NPC, like a literal, the personification of the word NPC, when there's people making 2.5 million commission off of one transaction. Get out of here, bro.